Good morning to everyone. Today we are going to see what is norm referenced and criterion referenced test. Friends, as teachers and teacher educators, we are daily conducting tests. In our teaching learning process, we consider tests and examinations are very important for the students because we know very well whenever we test them, we understand whether we have taught properly or not, whether our students understand the concepts or not, whether the educational objectives have reached or not. That's why we used to conduct tests and examinations in order to know the feedback from our students about the teaching as well as the learning process. But we should know the different principles of different types of test. For example, what is norm referenced and what is criterion referenced test, we should know as teachers and teacher educators. Why we are conducting this test, whether the test we conduct come under norm referenced test or criterion referenced test, that also we should be very clear. Then only we can do our work as teacher in a satisfied manner. So the test is important aspect in students' life, and whenever we announce test, then only the students will have the mental ability or the mental preparedness to study the portions that we have covered. So test is very important for the teacher to make the students learn better or to make the students understand the concepts better. So the test is inevitable in the classroom. And what is norm referenced test? First of all, we have to understand what is norm first. Norm is nothing but when we conduct the test, the scores of an individual or the scores of a group becomes the norm. For example, when I handle a class, say example mathematics 2 section A and section B of 9th standard students, the individual score in section A is a norm to compare his score with others, and section A class become a norm to compare the B section. So here individual score or the group of scores becomes the norm, and not only the scores are considered as the norm, but also we can consider age, we can consider their ability, etc. as the norms. So norm referenced test means we conduct the test to our students and we compare the individual scores of a student or group of students with other group or other students. So here it is referenced as norm. So it is called a norm referenced test when the score of a test becomes a yardstick to compare with others. In short, we can say norm referenced test compare a student's performance against the performance of the peers. For example, whenever a student is getting a good mark, we used to compare that student with other students and say, oh, this student, say for example, Geeta has scored well in the test. So all of you please see Geeta and try to score like Geeta. Try to study and get good marks like Geeta. So we will give the example of a good achiever with others. So when we compare one individual score with her friends or their friends, it is becoming as a norm referenced test. Likewise, we compare other students' scores like low achievers, average achievers and good achievers, and used to say so many students are there below average, so please try to improve yourself. In the rank card and in the test paper, we used to say please improve, because we are comparing the scores with 100% score or 99%, 98% or the first rankers. Then we used to say please improve your knowledge skills like that. So norm referenced test, we used to compare a student's performance with other students, that we have to understand. So what is the purpose of conducting the norm referenced test? Norm referenced tests are useful to find out individual performance in relation to others in a group. That is one purpose. And there are many other norms like age, grade, place, and other special need for conducting the test, etc. They are also called as norms. Here individual score has become the norm when we compare with other students. When we compare one class with other class, the class become a norm. And when we compare 9th standard's marks with 14 years to 13 years with other group of age groups, then age become a norm. When we compare 9th standard's performance with 8th standard performance, then grade become the norms. When we compare Tamil Nadu students with Kerala students, then region become the norms. Like that, there are many norms that we can use to compare the achievement level of the students. Next, there are many other norms. For example, in 10th standard and 12th standard, we used to rank our students. Suppose a student is good in a particular district. For example, say Dindigul district. Dindigul's district, then who is the first 10th mark topper? Then we used to say she is the 10th public examination topper. And that is local level. In the district level, we are comparing her marks with other marks and we are assigning the ranks. She stood first, like that. Or that particular boy stood first in the examination. Like that, we used to compare state level also. Who is the topper at the 12th standard examination in the state level? We compare her marks or his marks with other students. Then it will become the state norms. Then national level norms. For example, in the NEET examination, who stood first in district level, who stood first in the state level, who stood first in the national level, like that. We used to have standardized test. Suppose, for example, NEET examination and CAT examination, these are all the standardized tests. It is common to all the students in India, isn't it? That is called a standardized test. And we compare the scores got in the district level and state level and national level as a base, and it is used to compare others with other students or other groups or other districts or other states. So these are all called norm referenced test. Normally norm referenced test used to compare the scores with one score with other score, with other student scores or with others in group scores, and it is called norm referenced test. So a test, an individual score is interpreted with reference to other score. For example, in Tamil Nadu, this year, how many students have passed NEET examination with 500 scores? That means above 500 scores, how many students have got? It is not a matter of pass or fail. How many of the students score 500, above 500 in the NEET examination in Tamil Nadu? Likewise, if we take the statistics, how many scored more than 500 in Kerala, in Andhra, in Karnataka? Like that, we compare one score or group of scores with other scores. This is the main purpose of conducting the norm referenced test. Nowadays, the students have to undergo many examinations. Previously, we have only 10th and 12th public examinations, but now we have lot of examinations after their 10th and 12th, even to join many professional degrees like BE, MBBS, BL, like that, many professional degree courses. They have to undertake competitive examinations after the 12th standard. Competitive examination means apart from the curriculum what they have studied, They should be good in their communication skill, English knowledge, skill, and their aptitude, what they are apting as their profession, and they should be good in the GK. And then reasoning, test of reasoning is also very very important. So all these they have to take as examination. Whether they are coming under norm referenced test or not, let us see. So non-referenced test is an approach of evaluation in our educational system. It is not enough if we teach or if we cover the syllabus. We have to evaluate our student. That is very very important. So normally in the classroom, what we do, we will give the ranks to our students. In the class, we will assign some ranks: first rank, second rank, third rank. So he is in the 10th position and he is in the last position. Like that, we used to assign the ranks and we will compare the students in the classroom. Normally, this is what happening when we conduct a test or examination. But when we go for a job or placement or employment, the employer will conduct some test and examination, isn't it? Some people, they will conduct a written test. Based on the written test, they will screen the students and they will select a handful of students and then they call for the interview. And sometimes for PG and all the central universities, they used to conduct an entrance examination for the PG courses, whether it is MSc or MBA or MEd. They will conduct some entrance test and they will select the students based upon their scores. Here, there is no pass or fail marks. Those people who have done well based upon their scores, they will rank the students, and how many students they need, that students they will select according to their marks, according to their community, or according to their other norms that the government fixes time to time. So for any course, for any program, or even the small schools also, even the first standard level, some schools are conducting entrance test for the first standard. So for job interviews and all, they conduct this NRT only. What they do, they will conduct the test, they will screen the students, they will select the best students, then they will give admission or they will give job or they will admit in their programs. So these types of examinations or tests are called norm referenced test because they help to identify the best students. For example, you can take these examinations, many competitive examinations like common aptitude test and English for foreign language, test of English as foreign language, TOEFL, and those who want to go abroad and study, they have to pass this IELTS examinations, and some companies they will conduct this IQ test, reasoning test and all. Why they are conducting this? Because they want to select best candidates for their programs, for their company. So these types of examinations are called NRT. NRT means norm referenced test. They are selecting according to the norms. Here test score is the norm. Sometimes they want some aged people, their age is the norm. Like that, based upon the norms they select, and NRT is the norm referenced test, which is very much useful to compare one's performance with other students, and based upon the performance they will decide, they will take the decision whether this student may be suitable for this course or not, this student is suitable for the company for employment or not. Like that, they will take some decisions and they will determine how many students. It is not for they are not fixing any standard, just they compare the scores with others, that's all. They in NRT they don't have any fixed standards. This is we have to understand between NRT and one more test is called CRT. They will fix the standard. And not only that, NRT is useful to evaluate one's teaching proficiency. We conduct test and examinations, not only test the students but also to test the teachers by themselves. When the student is failing in an examination means the teacher is not effective in making the students to pass, isn't it? So when the students get low marks or their achievement level is very poor, then the teaching is not good. We can conclude like that also. So it is NRT is useful to find out or evaluate the effectiveness of teaching programs or effectiveness of the teacher, and it helps us to determine how students are prepared for that course. For example, when a student wants to pursue MBA, then the student must possess some aptitude, some interest in doing the business. This is the main qualification. Whether that student is prepared to become an entrepreneur or businessman, then only it is useful for him to join that particular program, say for example MBA. When a student wants to join B.Ed, that student must possess some aptitude or interest in becoming a teacher. Like that, this NRT, norm referenced test, are useful to determine whether the students are prepared in their knowledge, in their attitude, and also in their skills. And it is useful to diagnose the students, whether the student possesses right knowledge, right skill, and right attitude towards the profession or the course. That also is possible when we conduct these examinations and test. In our Indian system, our students will give much importance to test and examinations. So all the time when they are studying, when we say test, then only they will become alert and they will study for their examination. So Indian educational system is the third largest educational system in the world, and here we conduct lot of examinations and tests to make our students to learn better as well as to know about our teacher proficiency also. Dear friends, so far we discussed about norm referenced test. Now we have another type of test called criterion referenced test. What is criterion? What is criteria? Criteria is the plural and criterion is the singular word. What is the criteria? Suppose we want to purchase new clothes to our family, we have some criteria, and we used to say criteria one by one. First of all, the price must be average, then the cloth must be in good company or good textile, good product, and the shop must be reachable, and we have many criteria like that. It must be new fashion, like that. We fix lot of criteria even when selecting clothes for festivals or any other occasion. So criterion is the standard of performance, that is what we expect, that is the criteria or a cut point for making the decision when we expect from the some aspect. In the same way, when we conduct a test or examination, we fix some criteria. As a teacher, when I teach my students, after teaching for 1 week, I want to test them, and what may be my criteria, whether my students have understood what I have taught for the past 1 week, whether they study, whether they possess right knowledge, whether they have right skills when they perform certain type of skills. Like that, I will fix the standard or criteria. For example, I may fix the criteria like that. I want all my students get at least 60%. All my students must pass. That is another criteria. But as a good teacher, as an effective teacher, I want all my students to excel, all my students to get first class mark, 60% at least. So I will fix the criteria like that. If any of my students get less than 50, then I will think, oh, my student hasn't studied well, my student is not up to the mark. And a good teacher will think, oh, my teaching has not reached my student, I am not very good, effective in reaching the students. Like that, we will fix the criteria, and that is called criterion referenced test when we fix certain standards or criteria. So this criterion referenced test CRT is useful for educational assessment or educational measurement as teachers, whether all my students pass or fail. That is the common criteria we conduct test and examination in our schools and colleges, and all our students must pass. That is the main criteria for the teacher. So CRT is the test that measure an individual performance according to a particular standard. Here we are not comparing one test score with other student or with other group, as we did in norm referenced test and all. Here we compare the student's marks with the standard, whether the student has got 40%, whether the student has got 50%, then it is okay, he has passed. Like that, we compare the students' scores with the fixed criteria, isn't it? That is called criterion referenced test. And in the criterion referenced test, used to document the individual student's performance in relation to the fixed standards or fixed specific skills that we fixed. For example, as a English language teacher, after teaching 1 year, I want my students to speak that language. That is the criteria that I have fixed. If I ask the question, the students must be able to answer the questions in English language. They should speak well. They should answer the questions politely in common English. So likewise, I can fix my level in form of knowledge, in the form of skills. That is called the criteria. So what is the meaning of the term criteria or the criterion referenced measures? Glaser, he introduced the terminology criterion referenced test. According to Glaser, the meaning of criterion referenced test is the concept of proficiency measurement. That is, I am assessing my student against some fixed set of criteria or proficiency. I am a science teacher, means I want my students to understand the scientific concepts and principles that I taught. That is the criteria. If I am a mathematics student, say for example, I am teaching mathematics and for example say algebra, I want my students to solve the equations in algebra. Like that, the concept of proficiency, and I fix from 0 to 100%. That means, suppose I covered one lesson. In that one particular lesson, I have 5 concepts. If the students understand all the 5 concepts better, that is the perfect performance. If the students understand only 3 concepts out of 5, he is average in his performance. If the student understand only 1 concept, then I can say the student is poor in the performance, because out of 5 concepts he understood only 1. So like that, ranging from no proficiency to perfect form of proficiency, perfect performance. So this is called criterion referenced test. Here what is my criteria? The 5 concept, mastery of all the 5 concepts, learning very well all the 5 concepts, that is called the criteria. As a good teacher, I want my students to learn deeply, to acquire mastery the concepts that I have taught. So criterion referenced tests are useful to identify the level of performance by the students. If their level is very good, they are called mastery learners. They are the masters. They have acquired very well all the concepts taught by my taught by me understood very well. So these criterion referenced tests are useful to understand the mastery level of the students. Whereas in norm referenced test, we are not testing any mastery. Simply we are comparing the marks of one individual with other individual or with other group. That's all we are doing. But in the criterion referenced test, we will spell out very clearly what are the criteria that I am going to refer. What are the criteria that I want my students to compare, or what are the criteria against which the scores of the individual will be compared with. So this is the clear-cut difference between norm referenced and criterion referenced test. And it is an approach in evaluation. Both the CRT and NRT, they are coming under educational evaluation and measurement. In both the tests, we compare the learner's performance, and NRT we compare with others and other groups, whereas CRT we are comparing one individual performance with the prefixed criteria that is fixed by the teacher. In short, we can say if a test is designed to evaluate how well the students demonstrate their mastery level in a specified content, that is called a CRT. Suppose I have covered 3 units in mathematics. After covering the 3 units, I am setting the questions covering all the 3 units without leaving any content. I want to test my students' knowledge, their problem solving ability, and I am designing a test. That is called a CRT, because all the 3 units contents are tested in the form of questions. If the students are able to clear all the questions, answer all the questions, then his mastery level is very good, perfect. If he scores 100 out of 100 in the mathematics test, he is said to possess mastery level in the fixed criteria. Suppose some students may score 70, 60, 50, and even some students may be very poor, like 40 and 30, even 20, like that. So what I am doing, from no proficiency to perfect proficiency, I am testing my students. Normally what we will do in the classroom. But in the examination, we will leave certain concepts, isn't it? It is not possible to cover all the syllabus. We will leave certain units, and we will ask questions only in certain units. That is not the criterion referenced test. If our test covers all the portion, all the units, all the questions are there to cover all the content, then only it is called a CRT. Normally we used to conduct a CRT in a test than in an examination. And friends, according to Sweze, a test, he defines criterion referenced test like this. A test is a criterion referenced test if the scoring is based on absolute rather than relative standards. That means when the questions are from whole portion, that is called absolute. We are not here comparing the scores of an individual with other scores. There is no relative standards, but only we conduct the test in order to make sure whether my students understood all the concepts or not. This is the best type of examination. This is criterion test is the best test. As teachers, whenever we conduct the test, our test must be criterion based than norm based, because the primary use of a CRT is to measure the mastery level of the students in the form of their knowledge, in their skills, etc. And all the test items are based on some objectives, isn't it? Then only we will assign certain tasks to know whether all my instructional objectives are reached or not. So this is the definition given by Sweze. So friends, if you see this picture, it clearly depicts that what is their criterion referenced test. An individual score is not affected by the performance of their peers. That means whether their students or their friends they have scored well or not, it is not going to affect this particular student. We are going to test only that particular student. We are not going to compare one individual with other. We are just going to see one by one whether all the students have acquired the fixed standards, that is acquired the mastery level in terms of their content. And criterion referenced test measures knowledge of an individual and it gives very good information about the individual. Suppose after conducting a test, say for example in English language teaching, I am asking my student to write a paragraph or write a letter or to make comprehension of unseen passage. Then after making him to write a paragraph, write a letter or write a comprehension, then I can understand whether the student is good in reading, good in understanding, good in writing, isn't it? This test will give me a clear-cut information or explicit information whether the student is good in his English proficiency or not. So this is the purpose of conducting the criterion referenced test. It provides information about what the student can do or cannot do also. Suppose what is the purpose of teaching English up to 12th standard? After completing 12 years as studying English as a second language, they should know reading, they should know speaking, and they should know some sort of writing also. So what he can do and cannot do after even after 12 years, if he cannot answer certain questions in English, if he cannot speak English properly, that means he did not acquire the skill of speaking. He only writes certain question answers from his memory. His language speaking skills, listening skills, writing skills are not up to the mark. So it gives a very good clear-cut information. And CRT is used as an index of competence that is independent of the performance of the others. What the companies will do, what the job seekers will ask from the students. For example, say engineering students, they have first class marks or 70% marks and all. But if we ask the engineering students to perform this task, if they don't do the task in mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, mere marks is not sufficient, isn't it? Here what they are testing is if they know certain skills or not. If they don't know the skills, their degree is not useful to them to get a job. So CRT is an index of competence and it does not related with others. Here the engineering student who has first class marks, he can't go and ask the employer, sir, I have got first mark, I stood first rank in my college. Like that he cannot demand or command the employer to give job. There the employer expects something else from the student. Whether he stood first, whether he get first rank or not, he is least bothered about the ranks and all. He has set some criteria for selecting the student. If he didn't meet that criteria, there is no use in getting first rank. That we have to understand as a teacher. And this CRT, criterion reference test, are directly related to instructional objectives, isn't it? First of all, as teachers, we should go to the class by understanding what are the instructional objectives of teaching that particular student. As engineering college student, if I am going and teaching the mechanical aspects of many instruments, many machines, theoretically that is not the instructional objective. As engineering teacher, I must make my students to excel the skills. Theoretical knowledge is not required to write the examination and get a pass mark. So I must be, as a teacher, I must be very clear what are my instructional objectives for teaching that particular lesson. Say for example, I am a language teacher. If the students mug up and write certain thing in the examination from the book, that is not the instructional objective of teaching English. The student must write by their own. They must speak by their own. That is the main instructional objective of teaching English. So, criterion referenced tests are directly related to the instructional objectives. If we reach that instructional objectives as a teacher, and if we make our students to reach the objectives, then only I will be called as an effective teacher. So, in the test and examinations, if the student fails, that does not mean that students are not up to the mark. It also means that the teachers are not up to the mark. So, criterion referenced tests are mainly to understand the teaching learning process better by the students as well as by the teachers. And CRT is conducted based on task analysis. What task I am going to give to my students for achieving this particular instructional objective. For example, listening. I want my students to excel or better in listening. Then I have to give some task also. So I have to analyze and I have to teach. I have to ask certain questions according to listening skill. So it is based on task analysis, and CRT is designed to measure changes in successive performance of an individual. Suppose a student in 8th standard, because he had a good teacher. So 8th standard, he understand all the concepts in mathematics. When he go to 9th standard, there also he should understand all the concepts. Like that, in successive performances also, the student has to do well. This is the aim of conducting criterion referenced test, and it is used to measure the effects of instruction, how good a teacher is in his instruction, in his teaching. So all these things are related to criterion referenced test. So our aim must be not only NRT but also CRT. So my dear friends, my dear MET students as well as my dear teachers, we must understand criterion referenced tests are conducted for the mastery level of the students, to know their performance, how well they are performing. So every day we conduct some test and all. No, they are all criterion referenced test, because we, in the form of test, we will give all sorts of questions covering the syllabus, and sometimes we used to ask the quiz. Sometimes we will go for lots, that is HOTS, not only lower order thinking questions and higher order thinking questions. In the competitive examinations and all, they are asked to cover all the syllabus, and if we mug up and write, they are lower level questions. If we understand and write, whatever may be the form of the question, they will answer the questions properly, like NET examinations, NEET examinations, competitive examinations and all. Most of the time they conduct this criterion referenced test only. So our as teachers also, in our day-to-day classrooms and in the day-to-day teaching learning process, we have to conduct this CRT only. Now, what is the difference between CRT and NRT? I have told very clearly from the beginning. So, what is NRT and what is CRT? That we can see now. Most of the time, norm referenced test each and every aspect of the curriculum we are not taking, we are not analyzing task and all, and we are not going to distinguish the individual from one individual to another individual. Like that, just we will say we will assign some ranks, that's all. So NRT has some purpose to conduct, that is, it will examine the individual performance. We will assign the ranks, who stood first, who stood second, and all, that's all. NRT will not say whether the particular student has understood all the concepts or not. That is not the main purpose of NRT, and it is just to used to diagnose the student, what is his level, that's all. And in the test construction also, NRT, it is very simple to conduct, and as we are doing normally teachers, what they do when they want to conduct a test, simply they will ask this question, that question. In within half an hour they will see the book and they will prepare the questions and they will conduct the question. They will construct the test items. So that is what they are doing for the NRT. So it will not analyzed properly the test items. They will not put their mind and soul in framing each and every question. This is NR. And administering also, whenever we all the classroom tests we conduct, they are in the form of NRT only, because 9th standard teacher in Dindigul district, she will conduct one test, and 9th standard same mathematics teacher in Madurai district, she will conduct one other test. So they are administered not in a very good standard manner. Then scoring also based upon the individual and the group, whereas CRT, it will examine the individual performance. Already I told you, in relation to the criteria, or they will fix certain standards. So this is the CRT. And in planning and evaluation also, each and every item, when they construct the test, they will take proper time also. And administration also, they will sometimes a teacher may be good in one classroom and another teacher may not be up to the level. Then in administration, that is not constructed in a same or standard manner. And scoring also, the scoring of CRT is based on absolute standards, complete standards. So like that, we have differences between CRT and NRT. Now in the pandemic situation, we are conducting not only classroom test, we are conducting, it is not possible to conduct normally what we are conducting before, but now we are conducting open book examination and we are conducting online examination. So how we are conducting this test, that we should be very clear, and it is always very good to go for criterion referenced test than norm referenced test. Norm referenced tests are useful in some ways, and criterion referenced tests are useful always, because it makes the students to go for deep learning, to go for mastery learning. So thank you friends. Today we have seen what is norm referenced and criterion referenced test, and just I have given the introductory part only, and it is up to you to understand better. Thank you so much.